Hi, you are welcome to another 11 plus non-verbal reasoning class. This class is for those who want to take the 11 plus examination. Also, if you want to sharpen your reasoning skills, this class is meant for you. Still on quotes. For the past videos that we've been doing, we've been looking at quotes. Today, we would be looking at another aspect on quotes, which is vertical quotes. The previous quotes that we treated was on horizontal quotes, but for this class and for this series we'll be looking at vertical quotes. On the left are shapes with code letters that describe them. Work out what the code letters mean and then find the code for the shape on the right from the 5 options. You can see that the shapes are arranged vertically, and you are to look for this shape on the right below the options to the question. Let's take the first shape. You can see you have a square and an arrow facing up. Here you have a semicircle and an arrow pointing to the right. And the last shape, this is a pentagon and the arrow is pointing up. You can see the code letters PN, HK, TN. There is no difference between vertical codes and horizontal codes, still the same format. Also, you need to apply your elimination method to get your answer. The reason for using elimination method is for you to work quickly and accurately. Let's start with the code letters. You need to arrange them like this. We have the first pair and the second pair of letters. Let's take the first pair. You have P, we have H and T. These are the first pair of letters. Now you need to study the 3 shapes and look for what makes them common. For the first pair, we do not have 2 letters that are same. We need to pick the second pair of letters. N, K, N. Now we have 2 same pair of letters, N. Let's look for their common features. For N, if you look at the arrows, you can see both for the first shape and the third shape, you can see that the arrow is pointing up. So for N, you have up, that's the arrow, and here you also have up. And for H, we have right, that is the arrow is pointing to the right. Definitely for the first pair of letter, it will not be the arrows, it's going to be the bigger shapes. P represents square, H semicircle, and T pentagon. Let's check the question. For the question, the first pair of letters is talking about the bigger shape, and you have a pentagon, which is T. Let's eliminate option A, because option A, first pair of letter is P. Eliminate D. We are left with B, C, and E. Let's check the second pair of letters. For N, the arrow is pointing up. If you check the question, you can see that the arrow is pointing right, which is K. The answer is TK. This is the correct answer. Now we've come to the end of today's class. See you in the next class. Bye.